It was a night that should have been just another fun, relaxing evening out. But for Todd Tucker, it quickly turned into something far more serious. He had decided to enjoy a screening of Sunset Boulevard, a Broadway play in Manhattan. The atmosphere was buzzing, the lights dimming, and everything seemed perfect. But as the play started, something wasn't right. Todd began to feel strange, an off sensation he couldn't quite pinpoint. His blood pressure felt high, there was a heaviness in his chest, and a troubling numbness in his left arm. Like many people might, he told himself it would pass. He tried to power through, convincing himself it was nothing serious. Even as the discomfort lingered, he didn't let it stop him. He went on to the after-event dinner, rubbing his arm now and then, a subtle sign that something wasn't quite right. His friends noticed the constant fidgeting and asked what was going on. Todd shrugged it off, but admitted he didn't feel great. His friends weren't having it. They could tell something was seriously wrong and called 911. In that moment, Todd realized maybe this wasn't something to ignore after all. When the paramedics arrived, the chest pain had grown stronger and the numbness hadn't faded. This was no longer a feeling he could wish away. He was rushed to the hospital and everything took a dramatic turn. Fear, uncertainty, and a long stretch of anxious waiting. After tests, Todd finally received the news. He hadn't had a heart attack or a stroke. It wasn't as bad as he feared, but it felt like a warning, an unmistakable wake-up call. This scare wasn't just about one night out. It was about something deeper we all need to pay attention to. Life can change in an instant, and sometimes our bodies send signals we choose to ignore. Todd shared his story so others might learn from his mistake, urging everyone to listen to their bodies before it's too late. His wife, Kandi Burruss, who had been by his side through it all, later shared her relief on Instagram. "The night started beautifully, but it ended pretty rough," she wrote. "It was a scary few hours and at first she feared a heart attack or stroke. Thankfully, it wasn't. The situation turned out okay, but it could have been much worse." Both Todd and Kandi have had their share of health scares. For Todd, this was a first major wake-up call. For Kandi, health challenges had been part of her journey for years. From fertility struggles due to fibroids to a public weight management journey, she has always been open with fans, showing that sharing these experiences isn't a weakness, it's a way to empower others who might be going through the same thing. Their focus on health isn't just about avoiding scary moments, it's about living better, staying healthier, and setting an example. Todd's scare sparked a conversation about taking care of yourself before something serious happens. It wasn't just about one night at the hospital, it was about prioritizing health in a busy, fast-paced life. As Todd recovered, he reflected on everything that happened. Those chest pains and the numbness weren't random, they were signals his body had been trying to send. In the rush of everyday life, work, family, events, it's easy to push through and ignore warning signs, but that's exactly how small problems become big ones. Kandi's openness added important context. She had long shared her fertility struggles with fibroids, a condition that affects many women, particularly African American women, and how it impacted her life. Her candor helped others feel less alone and brought attention to issues often swept under the rug. She also embarked on a weight loss journey, motivated not by appearance alone, but by a desire to feel better and live a long, healthy life, especially after fans commented on a birthday video Todd posted. Unlike many public figures, Kandi chose transparency. She discussed the mental and emotional toll of weight, body image, and fertility, and how she worked with trainers and nutritionists. She also emphasized mental health, acknowledging the stress of public life and how therapy became essential. For her, true health includes body, mind, and spirit, and she urged others to prioritize all three. Together, Todd and Kandi began building a culture of wellness around them. It wasn't about a single scare or a single goal, it was about lasting change in how they approached life. Todd recognized he wasn't invincible, and that lifestyle changes were necessary. Kandi recognized that the stress of doing everything for everyone had led her to put herself last, and that had to change. They decided to make it a shared mission. Fitness became a couple's activity. Healthy habits were woven into daily routines. They embraced that health isn't a trend but a lifelong commitment. Kandi continued to speak openly about fertility and fibroids, while Todd owned his tendency to ignore symptoms and worked to change that for himself, for Kandi, and for their family. Their vulnerability became a source of strength. By sharing honestly, they helped break stigma around physical and mental health. They showed it's okay not to be okay and that seeking help is a sign of courage. Their story resonated widely, inspiring people facing similar struggles to speak up, get help, and make changes. In the months that followed, they used their platform to advocate for real change, raising awareness about fibroids, mental health, and other often overlooked issues. They partnered with experts, shared practical tips, and encouraged people to take control of their well-being. Kandi, especially, highlighted therapy's role in healing and urged others to seek professional support when needed. Crucially, they reframed health as a shared family goal. They wanted to be present for their children for as long as possible. Health became part of their legacy, something they do for themselves, their kids, and their community. Todd's scare wasn't a random event. It was a turning point that clarified what really mattered. By the end of this chapter, their message was clear: take care of yourself, listen to your body, and don't wait until it's too late. Life will throw curveballs, but we can choose how we respond. We can prioritize health every single day. Their story isn't just a lesson in survival, it's a call to action to do better, be better, and live with purpose for ourselves and for those we love. Todd and Kandi's journey testifies to the power of vulnerability, strength, and love. It's about taking control of your health, sharing your story, and using your struggles to help others heal. It's about modeling for future generations that health is more than appearance, it's body, mind, and soul. The next time a small symptom nags at you, remember their story. Don't wait for the emergency. Take care of yourself now, because you never know when life might surprise you. Their health journey continues to inspire, and they're not just surviving, they're thriving, and showing others how to do the same.